Hello everyone, I'm Frank, and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's hard level difficulty puzzle. And it's actually two puzzles for the price of one, because this was put in the same post, and they're very similar in their nature. So supposedly this one that I'm showing right now on screen is the easier one, and it's a 6x6 Sudoku, versus the other one's going to be a 9x9, and supposedly is more difficult. Um, so I wanted to do both because it seems it has a very similar theme, and this is not going to add very much, I think, to the video length. So I just wanted to do that. Um, this is today. So this is the easier one of them. This is called the Apple Bush by JMote13. And let's go through the rules for both of the puzzles so that we can see the similarities between them. We have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply, which means in every cell in the grid, place a single digit from 1 through 6 such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or designated 6-cell region. And then we have the tree here, where the tree in row 6, column 4, there is a sapling that grows into a tree entirely contained within the grid. The tree branches upwards through cells depending on its nutrients level, that is, a cell's value. And the tree must only branch upwards into any of the above 3 adjacent cells with the following logic. If it's at nutrient level 1 or 2, it does not branch up any further. If it's at nutrient level 3 or 4, it branches up one time to one of these 3 cells. That is in the 3 adjacent cells above it. And if it's 5 or 6, it branches up 2 times. So for example, if row 3, column 3 was a 5, and part of the tree it would branch into 2 of the following cells: row 2, column 2, row 3, 2, column 3, or row 2, column 4. So this would branch, it could branch something like this, or this, or this, or this, or this, or this. And branches never merge, so that means that you cannot go 2 separate branches into the same cell, or cross diagonally. So then this would not be allowed. We also have apples, where all apples hang on the tree. So digits on apples. So every apple must be from a tree. So this must be basically hanging from a tree. This must be hanging from a tree, same as this one, right? And we have blackbirds, where digits separated by a blackbird, which is considered a black Kropke dot, have a ratio of 1 to 2. So, for example, if this were a 6, say this was a 6, then this would guarantee have to be a 3, because these 2 digits are in a 1 to 2 ratio with each other. So that's the rule set for the apple bush. We also have the apple tree. And it's also by JMote13. Oh, I don't know if I said... I think I said his name. JMote13. And we have normal Sudoku rules apply, which means in every cell in this grid, place a single digit from 1 through 9 such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or designated 9-cell region. In row 9, column 5, there is a sapling that grows into a tree entirely contained within the grid. The tree branches upward through cells depending on its nutrient level, a cell's value. And the tree must only branch upward into any of the above 3 adjacent cells with the following logic. So this is basically the same logic here. It's just that we have different nutrient levels. So for nutrient level 1 and 2, again, it does not branch upward at all. For nutrient level 3 and 4, it branches up one time. So this is actually very similar to the apple bush. It's just that it has an additional nutrient level, which is 7 through 9. So for nutrient level 5 or 6, it branches up to 2 times to one of the 3 cells that's above it, adjacently. And if it's 7 through 9, it will branch into all 3 cells that are above it. So for example, this example is kind of the same. Yeah, if row 5, column 5 was a 5, and a part of the tree, it would branch into 2 of the following cells. Row 4, column 4, row 4, column 5, or row 4, column 6. And branches never merge or cross diagonally, so that's similar. All apples hang on the tree. Digits on same colored apples never repeat. So, okay, so in the apple bush, it was all apples cannot repeat. You can't have repeats in the same colored apples. But for this one, all digits in the same colored apples can never repeat. So all green apples cannot have a repeat, and all red apples cannot have a repeat. And then in addition to blackbirds, where we have black Kropke dots, where digits separated by a blackbird have a ratio of 2 to 1. This is, for example, if this were 2, this would have to be 1 or 4 to maintain that 1 to 2 ratio. We also must have digits separated by a pink apple blossom. They are white Kropke dots, have a difference of 1. So, for example, if this were a 6, this would have to be a 5 or a 7 to make sure that these digits are consecutive. And those are all the rules for the 2 puzzles, the apple bush and the apple tree. I will place, if you want to play along, I will place both puzzles links in the description. Excuse me. And now I'm going to restart the apple tree right now and restart the apple bush. Let's go. Okay, we have the apple tree. We have 2 cells in the top column which cannot branch up any further, so they must be a 1 or 2. So this is 1 or 2, this is 1 or 2, which means in the rest of the row, it's 3 through 6. That means the tree cannot branch to any of these. So these are not allowed to have a tree. Well, actually, let's make it blue, because that's like sky. So that will be blue. We'll have green be the tree. Actually, it should be like some sort of brownish, but green is the only one that we really have. There must be one here. It could stop here, or it could be 3, 4, right? Because it can only go up 1. So this could be 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Because it go up 1 here. One of these 3 digits must branch up. At least. And one of these 3 digits must branch up. So in that, we cannot have any of these branching twice. So whichever tree branch it is, okay, so greens are where it can be. So this is green, obviously this is green. This needs to be at least 3, 4, 5, or 6. It's in a 1 to 2 ratio with another digit. It cannot be 5. So if this is 3, it has to be 6 here. If this is 4, it has to be 2 specifically. And if it's 6, it's 3. So this is 2, 3, or 6 here. This can never be 5 because it's a 1 to 2 ratio. So it could stop here. we know the other one has to branch to 1. Has to go 1 up. So it's 3 or 4. This could be the 3 or 4, and it branches up that way. We do not have repeats, right, on the apples. Yes, digits on apples never repeat. So we have a 1, 2, 1, 2 to ratio, so this cannot be 1 or 2. That means the rest of the apples must be 3 through 6. Which means they will always go up. So this one must go up, so that means it must go that way. That means the other, so only one of these can be 3 or 4. So we're guaranteed that the other one has to be at least a 5 or 6, which means one of these branches up twice. So because of that, we know that one of these is 3 or 4 because only one can branch up once. And if if this was 5, 6, 5, 6, they would both branch up twice. So it would have to be here, here, and here, and here. But then these 4 branches, only one of them can go up. So the rest would have to be 1, 2, but then none of those are 1. And we can only have 2 1, 2s in the row. And that would be 3 cells requiring a 1, 2, which is not allowed. So this must be 3, 4 with 5 or 6. This cannot be then 3 or 4. This is 5 or 6. So this branches up twice. And then it must stop again, right? So again, these must branch to these. So this can never be branched to because one of these is a 3, 4 going up to the 1, 2. The other 2 that are branches must stop. So they must be 1, 2. So this can never be 1, 2, and it can't be 3, 4. This has to be 5, 6 because we have a 5, 6 here. Because the 1, 2s are accounted for by the branches. The 3, 4 is also accounted for by the branch. So it must go up. So one of these is 3 or 4 because it must go up to this cell. So one of these is 3 or 4. That means this cannot be 3 or 4. It must be 1, 2, 5, or 6. We're not sure which, though. This 5, 6, 5, 6 pair in column 5 eliminates 5 and 6 in the rest of the column. This can't be 6, so this cannot be 3. Therefore, this is 4, 6 with 2 or 3. The rest of the column must be 1 through 4. This must be 1 through 4. This is 5 or 6, so it must branch to 2 at least. And one of them stops. The other one goes up 1. So one is 3, 4. The other one's 1, 2. Well, because we know this has to be 3 or 4 here. Where is this digit in this box 3, essentially? It cannot be the apples because, again, there are no repeats in the apples. So this must be the other 5, 6. So we're going to mark that as orange, I guess, and that would be the other orange. This then is the other 5, 6. We're going to mark that as yellow. So this is the yellow one. Okay, this cannot have all the 1, 2s, right? We have a 3, 4, 5, 6 quadruplet in box 2, so this can't be 5 or 6. This is 1 or 2. This must be one of those that extends. So it has to extend from here, and it stops here. So this is a tree, but it does not have an apple on it. It stops there. The other one must stop, and the other one must go up. So one of them's 1, 2. So this, okay, so the 1, 2s are a matching pair also. We're going to mark this as dark and this as medium. That means this must be medium, the dark must be one of these two. We're not sure which. And we can mark the 3 4s, right? We're going to mark it as red and pink. So this is red, and this will be pink. One of these is pink. That means this must be pink, because we already have the red 3 4 in the apples. So this must be the pink one. That means the red 3 4 is one of these three. Red cannot be here or here, so one of these is red. If this were the red 3 4, the problem is it has no place to go. It can't go to here, because then that would naturally branch to 2 out of these 3, and that would not work. So this has to be the red 3 4. It must branch to itself, essentially. Right? So this is one of the ones that must branch up to here. That means in row 4, the rest are 1 2 1 2 pairs. This must be the dark 1 2. And this is the medium 1 2. So it goes to one of those, and it goes to here. Can you ever have this going to 1 and then branching? I think the answer is no, right? If you have only 1 going this way, I guess no, you have to connect to here, and you won't be able to get there from here. So this has to branch twice. It has to branch here. Yeah, to connect to this one, you have to essentially go all the way over here. So this is guaranteed to be a branch. That has to be. Therefore, this must be a 6. It must branch twice. It can branch here or here. We're not sure which. So none of these can be trees. This is a tree. This has to be tree. This has to be tree. It branches to one of those two. And this could branch twice. Or this could branch twice. Actually, this cannot branch twice because it cannot be 5 6 at all, or 3 4. So this has to branch once. It's 3 4. It will branch that way. Therefore, this one must gain a branch from one of these two. That means this is 1 or 2. This is 1 or 2. This cannot be the red. And this cannot be red. And so none of these being branches works except... So this has to branch from here. So this branches from here. This cannot branch twice, so it can only branch once. Therefore, this is a 3 4, which makes this a 5 6. This is not the orange. This must be the yellow. That means where are these two branching from? You could have... Okay, so this is 6, which forces this to be 3. So this cannot be 3. This is 4. That's a 1 to 2 ratio. This must branch twice. Cannot be 3 here. This 6 eliminates 6 here. This can't be 4. This is 3. This can't be 3. Or sorry, this can't be 4. Therefore, 3 is one of these two, which makes this a 4. That's the red. This is 4. 4 must be one of these two, so this can't be 4 here. This can't be 4 here. One of these is 3. This 3 eliminates 3 here, so this must be 5, and is not the pink. Therefore, this is not yellow. This must be the orange. So this is orange. This is pink. This is nothing. This is nothing. Oh, wait. No, that's not true. We don't know which ones those are. This cannot be anything, because if it's something, this is definitely tree. This could expand to here, but we need one that expands to both of these. That's not true. This can't be 5, this can't be 5, so this must be 3 or 4. It cannot be 4 here because this 1, 2. So this would not expand. Therefore, that cannot be the tree. It must go this way. And this one must branch here because you can't cross. So this must be a 4. This is 4. This must be a 5 or 6. It could be either, actually. This is 5 or 6, and it branches twice. Right, so it must branch to here to extend further there, and it branches here. So we don't know if one of these two branches. This cannot be 3 and 6 branching together because, or in this 1-to-2 ratio, because this 3-6 pair eliminates that possibility. So this must be 2 with 1 or 4. And since this is 2, that eliminates one of these has to be 2 to be in a 1-to-2 ratio. This can't be 4. This is a 1-2, 1-2 pair, which eliminates 1 and 2 in the rest of the column. This is then 4. This is 2 to be in a 1-to-2 ratio. That makes this 1, which makes that 2. So this is not tree here. This is not tree either. This orange has to be. So let's remove the greens and blues because they're getting in the way. All the oranges are 5. All the greens are 6s, but we don't know which one this is. So we can move the coloring. These must be 6s. This 2 eliminates 2 here, so this is 1, which makes this 2, which makes that 1. So these are light, so those are 1. This must be a 2. This can't be 5 or 6, so this is 3. That's 3 in the corner. We celebrate because we know we're getting close to solving this. What are the remaining digits? Okay, let's clear all the colors now because that's not helpful. And this. What are the remaining digits in... This 4 eliminates 4 here, so this is 6, which makes this 4. This 6 eliminates 6 here, so this is 3, which makes that 6. This then must have 2. So it's one of these two, and this must have 1. This is a 5. If it expands to this, it would have to branch twice, which is not allowed. So this must specifically branch here. And this must branch again. We don't know, actually. This is a 2-3 pair. This can't be 2, so this must be 3, which forces this to be 2. So this is a dead end. This 6 then must go here and then here to branch, right? So this 6 eliminates 6 here, so this is 5. That makes this a 1. This has to be 6. This has to be... We have a problem. We have a contradiction. Huh. Yeah, 6 can't be here. This can't be 6 or 3 here. Okay, let's go from the beginning again. Okay, so these, again, must be trees. And it has to be 1 or 2 because they cannot expand beyond the grid. That means the rest of row 1 is 3 through 6. This cannot be 1 or 2. It must be 3 or 4, so it must expand that way. So then it expands there. This is grid. These are 3, 4, 5, 6. If you have 4 expansions, so say this was 5 and 6, so you expand, 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 expand. All of these nutrient level, only 2 of them can be 1 or 2, so you have to have another expansion, but you can't have branches merge or cross diagonally. So that's not going to work. Therefore, one of these is 3 or 4. This cannot be 3 or 4. This is 5 or 6. One of these is 1 or 2. The other one, we have 3 then branches going up here. 2 of them end, so they must be 1, 2. One of them extends, so it must be 3, 4. This cannot be 3 or 4. This is 5 or 6. That makes this 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a green. It must expand, and it must go here. Right? If it goes anywhere else, it can't expand to this part. This is definitely part, so it has to be able to go this way. So this is at least 3, 4, 5, or 6 to expand to here. This is at least 3, 4, 5, or 6 expanding to here. Okay. This expands to 2. Again, so this, where is this digit? It cannot be any of these because it cannot have duplicates. Therefore, this must be 5 or 6. This sees both 5 or 6s, so this must be 3, 4, which makes this 1, 2, 1, 2. We have 3, 4, 5, 6 quadruplet in box 2, so this must be 1 or 2. Therefore, it must expand going this way. This is a tree, and it stops there. The rest of row 4 is 3, 4, 5, 6. The rest of row 3 is 1, 2, 3, 4. This sees both 3, 4s possible, so this cannot be 3, 4. It's 1 or 2. Why did I go up here? Did I have to go up here? Maybe that was where I made the mistake. This must branch twice, because to get to here, it cannot go here, then there, because it can't go, it always goes up. So this must branch twice. It's 5 or 6, and 5 cannot be in a 1 to 2 ratio with anything. So this is 6, which makes this 3. These can't be 6, and this can't be 3 here. This must be branched from a branch, must come from a branch that is below it. So it can't be there, it has to be here. So since it has to be here, this has to be a 4 to branch once. This comes from at least 1. This can't be 4, so it cannot go here. No, it cannot go here because that would not branch, so it has to go here. So it has to go here, and then go here at least. This is then 3, 4, 5. That eliminates 3, 4, 5 in the rest of the column because of the 3, 4, 5 triplet. This is 1 or 2. These can't be 4. This can't be 4. Therefore, this is the same as that one because it sees this one. So this is a 4. These can't be 4 anymore. So one of these two is a 3, which means this cannot be 3. This has to be a 4 because of the 3, 5, 6 triplet in the row. So we know this branch has to go this way, and this way at least. We don't know where else it goes to. Again, this cannot be 3 and 6 in a 1 to 2 ratio, so it must be either 1, 2 or 2, 4, because 3 and 6 are both, okay, this can't be 3. We have a 3, 5, 3, 5 pair in column 4, which eliminates 3 and 5 in the rest of the column. Therefore, this is 4. This cannot be 4. This only goes 1, so this must branch twice. Because otherwise this branch doesn't go any... This does not have a connection. This only branches once. So this must branch twice. It cannot be 3. It's 5 or 6. This must branch... This must come from here. So this has to come from here because otherwise it won't work. So this actually could branch twice. Actually, I think that's where I messed up. I think I made the assumption this was a 3. 3, 5, and 6. This branches once. This branches twice. It could branch here or here. This has to be a 1, 2, 4 triplet. Cannot be 4. This is then 4, which means that this can't be 4. This is 5 or 6. We have 3, 5, or 6 here. This cannot be 4 here or 4 here, so this must be a 4 here. This must be sky, sky, because otherwise they would branch up further. This is sky because it would branch up further. We have the rest of row 5 is 3, 5, and 6. This can't be 3 here, so this must be 3 here. This then must be 6 because this can't be 6, so this is 5. This can't be 5, this can't be 5, this is 1 or 2. We have 1, 2, or 5 here. This is 3, so it cannot, none of these can be tree because it's too small. It cannot be tree here because it can't reach here. This would stop. We have 2 already that we need, so this can't be. Therefore, this can't be, but any of these could be. This can't be because we have the 2 branches already. This can't be 6. Yeah, I think I messed up here. This actually could be 5, and I think I made that a 5 guarantee. So that was the error that I think we made. The rest of this digit is what? 1, 2, 3, or 5. Okay. 4 is in a 1 to 2 ratio with 2, so this is 2, not 2, 4. This is 2, this is 1. That makes this 2. This cannot be 2 here. Cannot be 2 here. This is a 1, 5 pair. This cannot be tree because it would branch twice and there would be too many branches here. Yeah, I think I made a mistake here previously. So I think, okay, so if we made... So I think we made this a 3, and that makes this a 5. Why does that lead to a contradiction? So 3, 6, 5, that makes this 6, this is 5. That would be 3, therefore this would be 6. This 5 would guarantee this is 3, and that's a 6, and that's a contradiction. So therefore we have that okay, so it was the apples, essentially, that was forcing it, right? So, okay, so how would we figure that out? So this is, say that's yellow, this is yellow, right? Yellow cannot be here. Yellow's one of these 2. Okay. So yellow would have to be one of these 2 here. It could not be here, it could not be here, so it would have to be one of these 2 here. Which means yellow could not be here, could not be here, so yellow would have to be here. Therefore, this cannot be 3. This is 5, 6, 5, 6. That forces this to be 3, which makes this a 5. That 5 eliminates 5 here, so this is 1, which means this cannot be 1. Therefore, we know this is a 6 now. So the yellow has to be 6. So this is 6, this is 3, this is 5. That's 3. This must be 6 then, which makes that a 5. So that's how you get that way, right? This is 5. This becomes 1, 2, 1, 2. Right, if it went here, though, that would have to naturally branch to 2. So that's not allowed. This must be the yellow, so this is 6. That makes this 5. We can remove all the yellows now because all of them are essentially accounted for. This can't be 1 or 5, therefore it's 3. This cannot branch here. This is 1 or 2. So this has to branch, not there, not there, there. This must branch twice, and it must branch to here. This goes up. And then the rest we can fill out Sudoku-wise. So we know this is air. This branches to 2. This branches to 2. And it stops there and there. So these are trees. These are all trees. And these are trees. So now we can figure out the rest from Sudoku. This can't be 2. This is 1. This is 2. That makes this 1, which makes that 2, which makes that 1, which makes that 2, which makes that 1, and that 2. That was actually interesting. Sing a song of 6 apples, a pocket full of rye. Sing a song of 6 apples, a pocket full of rye. I don't remember exactly how it goes. So that's that. So that was interesting. That was, we made a bad assumption there. And I'm not sure how to avoid that in the future. But we did come up with some interesting information about how this has to work, right? Particularly, like, if you have an apple way on the end. You're guaranteed you have to go a certain way. Okay, so that's the apple bush. Let's get to the apple tree. So, we know it has to go this way. So this must be tree going that way. It has to go here. So this is guaranteed to go that. You have to go here. First of all, none of these can be tree. Guaranteed. None of these can be tree. This could go from here. We don't know. We have 2 on top. This has to be a 1-2 pair. So these are tree. That means the other blackbirds have to be a 4-8 and a 3-6 pair. To be in a 1-2 ratio. That leaves 5, 7, and 9 remaining in the rest of row 1. And these cannot be tree, because if they were tree, you would necessarily have to expand beyond the grid. And the tree is contained in the grid. This is tree. Okay, all the greens are trees. All the reds are trees. This cannot be 1 or 2 because it's green. It must expand, and it must expand only 1. So this is 3 or 4. It must expand to here. Therefore, we have another 3 or 4 in this row in one of these 3 cells. That must expand to here. So this is 3 or 4 in one of those 2. This obviously cannot expand to more than 2. So this is 3 through, this could be 1 through 6. This cannot expand to more than 2. And it can't be 1 or 2 because of the 1-2 pair here. So this must be 3 through 6. Same here. This is 3 through 6 also because it can't span to more than 2. Can't branch into more than 2 cells above it. How many green apples do we have? We have... Okay, let's just remove 1 so that we can get all the greens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9. I think we have 6 red apples, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we have a unique digit from 3 through 9 here. Okay. This could expand to all three. This could expand to all three. This could expand to all three, but probably not. Okay. So if this expands to all three, two of them would have to essentially be cut off and would have to be a 1-2 pair. That is possible. Where is this digit in row 1? It must be here. So we're going to mark those as pink. Pink has to be the same as that. Obviously cannot be here. Cannot be here. This is the opposite one, right? I'm going to make that orange. It has to be one of these three. This can't be 3 or 4. Okay, so rest of... Right, one of these is 3 or 4. This is 3 or 4. The rest of the box cannot contain 3 or 4. So this is 1, 2, or it's 5, 6. If it's 5, 6 here, well, this can't be 9. We can have at most 4 branches in row 2. Because 2 of them have to go up, guaranteed. And only one of them can go up. Each of them have to go up once. So that's the 3 or 4. And 2 of them can stop at 1 and 2. So this could be 1 or 2. Or it could be 5 or 6. If this is 5 or 6, it's guaranteed to have a 3, 4 here. Because you can only... Ooh, this can't be 5 or 6. If this is 5 or 6, it'll branch up twice. So we would have to branch up here and here. But then we already know... I guess it could, though. Then this would be 1 or 2 here. 1 and 2 here. Because they couldn't branch any further. So this branches up once or twice. We don't know which. This branches up once or twice. You can only have 4 branches in row 2 because you can't have it, essentially, you can't branch to any more of the cells than these 2. So then 2 of them must be cut off, which forces them to be nutrient level 1 and 2. And then the other 2 must be 3 and 4. Huh. We have 3, 7, 8, 9s here. So either if this is 3, that means this is 1 or 2. If this goes to 3, so say it went this is 7, 8, and 9. That's interesting. Because if this was 7, 8, or 9, all 3 of these would be branches. Only one of them could be 1 or 2. So this is 7, 8, and 9. This has to be 1, 2, with only one of these could be 1 or 2. So only one of them is stopping. The others could be 3, 4, 3, 4 pair. Say it wasn't. One is 3, 4, one is 5, 6. They would have, well, I guess it could go here, right? One of them can go here. That is possible. Ooh. Okay. Can it ever be that this is 7, 8, 9 and this is 7, 8, or 9? So that would guarantee what? We'd have 3 branches here. We'd have 3 branches here. This could not be 1 or 2, so this would have to be 3 or 4. So it would have to be the one that goes up. These would have to be 1 or 2 to stop. Ah, we have too many branches. Okay, so... Right, okay. There is a problem then. Is there? Hard to say. This is 3 through 9. So if this were 3, the problem is none of these could be 1 or 2 because of the 1-2 pair in the box. So one of these would be 3, 4. The other one could be the other 3, 4, but one of these is guaranteed to be 5 or 6. And the problem is, so you would have 3, 4, 3, 4, and 1, 5, 6 at minimum. That's a guaranteed 4 of these 5 cells must be branches. But if that were the case, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, none of these could be 3 or 4. So therefore you have a minimum 3, 4, 5, and 6. That means all 5 of these must be branches. One would go up here, and that would be fine. But the problem is the other 2 could not be 3, 4. They would have to branch up twice. They couldn't stop, and therefore this would have this would overload. So this cannot be 7, 8, or 9. Therefore, this must be 3, 4, 5, or 6 also, which forces this to be 7, 8, and 9. That means none of these... Sorry, all of these must be branches. So it must extend to here, here, and here. This cannot extend here because the rest of the branches will not work. So these cannot be branches. This cannot be a branch. So since this can't be a branch, this has to be 1 or 2. This is 7, 8, or 9. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4 triplet here. And this can't be 3 or 4. This must expand. It must be to one of these 3. It cannot be 1 or 2 here. This is 3 or 4. This can only expand once. So this must be a 3 or 4 here to get that tree, right? So then expands here and here. This is a 3 or 4. That means the rest of the apples are not 3 or 4. This must be 7, 8, or 9. These has to be 5 or 6. So this expands both here and here, 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 and here. This stops. This must stop also, because otherwise it will expand to here, which is not allowed. So this is expand. These cannot expand. It cannot be expanded to. This cannot be expanded to. Nowhere else to go. These can't be expanded to. Same thing. So these must stop. So this is a 1, 2 pair. This is 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. This expands to all 3 of these. This expands to all 3 of these. So this must expand here, here, and here. And here, here, and here. These are done. These cannot expand because there's no other place to expand to. So these cannot expand anywhere. These Okay, so this must be at least 3, 4. Cannot expand to... So these cannot be expanded to, because if they were branches, they would expand to here necessarily, because they can't be 1, 2 because of the 1, 2 pair. So none of these could be branches. Therefore, this must go here, and this must go here. So this is 3 or 4. This is 3, 4. This is 3 or 4. This cannot expand to that. This could expand here, but this can't expand to more than 1. So, and it can't be 3 or 4. So this must stop. This must stop because same thing. It can only expand to 1 at most. So this must stop also. We have a problem here. This is a 1, 2 pair. Ooh. This has to be 1 or 2. This is problematic here. Um... Because one of these has to be a 1 or 2. How does that work? This is problematic. I'm pretty sure this can't be 5 or 6. They would both have to go... Okay, so assume this was 5 or 6. The problem is they both would have to go up, right? And this 5 or 6 would be with 3 or 4, 3 or 4. With another 5 or 6 with another 3 or 4. This would guarantee it have to be 7, 8, or 9. Right? Either this is 7, 8, or 9, or that could be 7, 8, or 9. One of them has to be. We tried here. The problem is all of them would have to go up at least, right, 5. So this cannot be 7, 8, or 9. Therefore, this is 7, 8, and 9. It guarantees all 3 of these have to be branches. This must go up because it can't be 1 or 2. Therefore, this is 3 or 4. This becomes a 1, 2 pair because they can't go up. Otherwise, they would increase again. Therefore, this becomes a 5, 6, 5, 6 pair. That's fine. This becomes a 1, 2 pair because they can't go up. This 5, 6 pair guarantees this has to be 1, 2. So there can't be 1, 2 here. This is 7, 8, 9, so it has to go to all of these. This is 7, 8, 9, so it has to go all of those. This can't be 1, 2 because of the 1, 2 pair, so it must go up 1. Okay, let's reset again because... Okay. These cannot expand up. They are on the tree. This is tree. This has to be all tree here. Otherwise, there's no other way to get there. These are all blue. These can't be tree. We have tree here. Tree here. Tree here. Okay, all of those are trees. This has to be 1, 2 because it has to be nutrient level 0. It cannot branch up any further. So nutrient level 1 and 2 is required. This is 3, 4, 6, 8 to be in a 1, 2 ratio. 5, 7, 9 because those are the remaining digits. The rest of the green apples are 3 through 9. This can't be 1, 2. It must be at least 3. So it must expand. It must go this way. It cannot be 2 because otherwise it would expand to one of these two also, and that's not allowed. So one of these 3 is the 3, 4 to correspond with that. Again, this can only expand to 2. If it expands to 3, that would go outside the grid. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 3, 4, 5, 6. Same here. This is 1 through 6. But this is 3 or 4. That's 3 or 4, so this can't be 3 or 4 here. Again, one out of these two is 7, 8, or 9. If we try to make this a 7, 8, 9, that means these are all branches of the tree. These cannot be 1 or 2. It's guaranteed to at least be 3 branching up, 2 branching up 1, and the other branching up twice. That would guarantee 4 out of these would be branches, and at least 2 of these. That would mean one of these would be 5 or 6 guaranteed, because this would be a 3, 4 pair. If we assumed 3, 4 with a 5, 6 pair, the problem is then all 5 would have to be branches, because it would branch up once, branch up twice, branch up twice. That's branching up 5 times, so these 5 would have to be branches. Therefore, only one of these could be 3, 4. The rest would have to be 5 or above, which would branch up to twice, right? So these cannot be tree. This cannot be tree. This cannot be tree. So this cannot be 7, 8, or 9. Therefore, this is, we know this is 7, 8, or 9. It branches up 3. This cannot be 1 or 2. It must branch up once. So it branches from here to here, right? This branches to here, this branches to here, and these stop. These must be nutrient level 1 or 2. The rest of the row cannot be tree, because if it were, it would branch up once, and we can't branch up anymore. These cannot branch up, so these two can't branch up at all. This could branch up, so this is at least 1, so therefore, and it has to be 1. So these are the greens. That eliminates 3, 4, and the rest of the greens. This is 5, 6, this is 5, 6. This branches up twice. This branches up twice then. The rest are 7, 8, 9 for the greens. That means this branches up 3 times. This branches up 3 times. That's fine. This one's fine. This is fine. This cannot branch up anymore. Can't reach either of these two. Oh. This doesn't have to be 1 or 2. This branches up once, so it has to branch to here. This must be 1 or 2. Only one of these can branch up twice. This can't be 1 or 2, so this must branch up, so it's 3, 4, which makes this 1 or 2. Okay, so that is there. This can never be a digit because that would have to naturally branch up. So this can't be tree. So this is still going that way, which goes that way. These two are trees and cannot, wait, this, oh, that's where I messed up. This can go up this way. This cannot branch up. This is 1 or 2. Okay, that's where I messed up. So this has to come from somewhere. And it probably comes from here, would be my guess. Right. So this branches here, 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 here. This branches here, 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 here. This branches that way. This is at least 5. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This branches here, here, and here. Okay, this could branch up that way. This at least branches up that way. Can this ever be another cell? I think the answer to that is no. This can never branch to anything. So this is... It could be 1 or 2, though. So we're not guaranteed that's nothing. Okay. This must be at least 3. This must be at least 3. And this must be at least 3. Can this ever be 7, 8, or 9? I don't think so, right? That would branch to all 3 of these. If it branched to all 3 of these, then this would not be able to branch anywhere else. So this would be 1 or 2. You'd have none of these be 1 or 2. So this would have to branch that way, that way. So they would be 3, 4, 3, 4, which means that's 1, 2. Only one of these could branch up, and that's not allowed. Okay, so this cannot be 7, 8, or 9. How many branches can we have here? I guess is kind of the question, right? We can only have one more in row 4. That's a branch. Because one of them could be 3, 4. The other one could be 1, 2. The rest would have to branch up, and we already have all the branches to take into account. Right? This cannot branch up, so this cannot be, and it cannot be 1 or 2. These are already stuck at 1 or 2 because neither of them could branch up. So none of these could branch up, period. Because there's no other space that they can branch up to. So they cannot be branches. We could have one more branch here. So this is the same as this one. We're going to mark it pink and red, I guess. This will be pink, that will be red. This must be red. This must be the pink one then. This is pink, and this will be red. Pink has to be one of these 3. Sorry, red has to be one of these 3. Red cannot be here. Red can't be here. Red has to be one of these 2. Red can't be here. Red could be any of these. Okay. So I think we showed that this can't be 1 or 2. So assume we made this 1 or 2. That would force this to be at least... well, actually, I think I did it wrong. Anyways. I think this is 3 or 4. Okay, this can't be... This is either going up 1 or going up none. So this is 1, 2, 3, or 4, right? This can only go up 2. Right? Because it can only be these two at most. So this is 1 through 6. This could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This could go 1 through 9 also, but we tried 3 here, right? And I think that doesn't work. Hold up, okay. This is 5, 6. This goes up twice. We are guaranteed at minimum 2 branches up, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 can stay, and then 2 could go up. So because of that, can we have another branch in row 5? If we have another branch in row 5, so we could have, right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can have one more branch in row 4. If we added a branch in row 5, it would have to branch up twice to row 4. And that's not allowed. Because then we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4 guaranteed, because we have 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Then it would have another 5, 6, and that would be 6 guaranteed here. And the problem is we can only branch to 4 here. So if we have guaranteed 6, that's guaranteed 6 branches up. So there cannot be any more branches in row 5 because of that. And since we know that, this can only branch up once. So this is 3 or 4. This can only branch up once at most. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This can only branch up at most once. 1, 2, 3, 4. This can also only branch up once. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Because of that, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 triplet, right? One of these branches to here, and the rest are cut off here. The rest of row 6 has to be 5 through 9. This can never branch up to 2 or more, so this can't be branch. This can never branch up to 2 or more, so this can't be branch. So these are blocked off. This is 4 through 9 here to be consecutive. One of these 3 branches to here. Can it ever have a 5, 6? If you have a 5, 6, you could have 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3, 4. That would branch up 5, so that's possible. You can never have the rest of this being 1, 2, 3, 4, though. Sorry, you can never have the rest of this being including 3, 4, 5, and 6. With only 1, 1, 2, right? You have to have 2 1, 2s here. Because if you have 3, 4, 5, 6, that branches up 6 times, which means these 6 branches would have to go down to 4, which is not allowed. Because you have, once you get to 6, you have to go expand to, you have to stay at 6. So this can never get to 6. This is at most 5. So 1, 2 is here. This is 1, 2 through 5, 6 potentially. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4 triplet in box 4, which eliminates 1, 2, 3, 4 in the rest of the box. Therefore, this is 5 through 9. If this were a branch, the problem with that being a branch is it would have to expand branch to 2 digits, which is not allowed. So this cannot be a branch. This has to be 3, 4, 5 through 9. Because again, the 1, 2, 3, 4 cannot branch. Cannot be not in these branches, essentially. Okay, 7, 8, 9. This only branches to 1, so this is 3 or 4. Well, we know one of these is 1 or 2. That means for these 4, one of them has to match that 1, 2. So this sees both 1, 2, so this cannot be 1 or 2. It must branch up. Because it sees that one by normal Sudoku, and the red apples cannot repeat. Therefore, in row 5, where is the 1 or 2? This one specifically has to be here. So it matches this one. And then we have one of these being a 1, 2. Well, since one of these is a 1, 2, we have one of these is guaranteed to be 1 or 2. Because this can't be, because it sees both 1, 2s possible. This one by the normal Sudoku, and that one by the red, no repeats in the red apples. So this must be the other 1, 2. Since this is one of the 1, 2s, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, that means the rest of this box cannot contain 1, 2, 3, or 4. Because this is 3 or 4. One of the 1 or 2s is here, but the other one is here, which means this cannot be a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair. The other 3, 4 is here. So this can't be 3, 4. This can't be 3 or 4. Therefore, we are guaranteed one of these is a 5, 6. Since one of these is a 5, 6, this is a 5, 6. That eliminates 5, 6 in the rest of the row. So this can't be 5, 6. This can't be 5 or 6. We have a 7, 8, 9 triplet now in row 5, which eliminates 7, 8, 9 in the rest of the row. This can't be 7, 8, or 9. This can't be 5 or 6. If this is 5 or 6, then this would have 6 branches up, right? 5, 6, 5, 6. Well, this can't be because this is, we have a 5, 6, 5, 6 pair in the row. So this has to be 3 or 4. This branches up once. And this is the only one that can branch to there, so that branches there. This stops, so this is not branch 2. Because one of these is 1 or 2, that means this cannot be 3, 4, because that would force both of these to be 1, 2. This 1, 2 pair in box 4 eliminates 1, 2 in the rest of the box. So this is 3, 4, this is 3, 4. Therefore, this can't be 3 or 4. This is 6 or 8. This is not the pink 6, 3, 4. So this is the pink 3, 4. This is the red 3, 4, therefore this is the pink 3, 4, therefore this is the red 3, 4. This is the pink 3, 4, we're not sure which. This stops, so that's 1, 2. That means this is at least 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Because... Right. Okay. So this must match the red 1, 2, the 1, 2 that's in the apple. That means where is this 1, 2? Can't be here. Can't be any of these. Can't be here anymore. So it must be here. So this is the other 1, 2 here. Okay. What does that mean? In row 4, that means we have no more 1, 2s or 3, 4s because of the 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs. So this is 5 through 9. This is 5 through 9. Okay. That doesn't tell us much. One of these stops. Okay, this is stop and this continues to here. So either it goes here or it goes here, and then it can extend to here or to here. Oh, it cannot go to here. If either of these goes to here, it expands further. Oh, this goes 3, 4, so that we know this has to expand. So that goes that way. This cannot expand to anything here, or branch out to anything here, so this cannot be branched. This cannot branch to anything here, so this can't be a branch. Therefore, this must be the one that expands to 2. And expands to here and to here. So this is a branch, it stops. This is a branch and it stops. So this is 1 or 2. We have a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair in column 4, which eliminates 1, 2 in the rest of the column. That leaves us as 3, 4, which means we have a 3, 4, 3, 4 pair in that column, so the rest of the column cannot be 3 or 4. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Well, this must expand to this one necessarily, because if it goes that way, nothing else can cross there. This cannot be 3 or 4. It must be 1 or 2 because of the 3, 4 pair in the row now. So now we can start coloring 1s and 2s. We're going to make this light and this... Ooh, that's really hard to see. Let's make it medium and dark. This must be the medium one. So this is dark, which makes this medium. This is medium, so that must be dark, which makes this medium. This must be dark. That makes this medium, which makes this dark. This medium makes that not medium, so this is dark, which makes that medium. The rest of column 4 is 5 through 9. So this could be 4 through 9 here. Red cannot be here. So the other 3, 4 red has to be here. Right, because we have 3, 4 red, 3, 4 red, 3, 4 red. This is 3, 4 red. This can't be 3, 4, so it has to be here. Which means this can't be 4 because of the 3, 4 pair in the row. That means this cannot be 5. If this is 5, it would have to be consecutive with 6, and that would eliminate all possibilities for that cell. So this can't be 5. Okay. Okay. These cannot be branches, so we only have one branch going up here. And it has to be from one of these, and neither of them can be pink, so this must be the red one. So it cannot be, okay, so this cannot branch up, because there's nothing to branch to. One of these must branch up. This can only branch to 2, so it cannot be 7, 8, or 9. It's 5 or 6. This can branch up to at most 2, and in fact, it must branch up to 2. So this is 5 or 6. Therefore, one of these is 1 or 2, the other one is 3 or 4. And the 3 or 4, so both of these are both of these are trees. This is a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair in column 7. That eliminates 1 and 2 in the rest of the column. So this is 3, 4, which means this can't be 3, 4. This stops here. This is 1 or 2. We have a 5, 6, 5, 6 pair in box 8, which eliminates 5 and 6 in the rest of the box. Therefore, this is 7, 8, or 9. This can't be 4, 5 then, to be consecutive with 7, 8, or 9. This 7, 8, and 9 means this must branch 3 times. And this must stop here, because it can't branch to anything else. So this is 1 or 2 also. That means this is not the pink 3, 4, it's the red 3, 4. This is not the medium 1, 2, it's the dark, so that makes this medium. This must be the pink 3, 4. We need the the red 3, 4 somewhere in column 3. Can't be here because of the red 3, 4 in the box. Can't be here. Can't be this one. Can't be here because it must be consecutive with 7, 8, or 9. Oh, this is not 7, 8, or 9, or 3 or 4. We have a problem here. Oof. I was doing so well. Oh, wait. Why? Hold up. Why is this 5 or 6? I don't know why. This definitely has to be 5, 6. This does not. I don't know where I got the 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, because of the 3, 4 pair in the circle, in the red squares. This is 5 or 9. This has to be 5 or 6. Okay, this must go up. It stops. This does have to go this way. Wait, why is that? That could be a 1 or 2. So this could be 7, 8, or 9 here. Okay. I think this is better than this way. So I think we just showed that this can't be 5 or 6. So make the assumption this is 5 or 6. That means this cannot be 5 or 6 because of the 5, 6 pair. This can't be 5 or 6. It's 7, 8, or 9. Yeah, and then you have that contradiction, right? This has to be 3 or 4 because it can only go up once. This has to be 5 or 6 because of the uniqueness in the red apples. So because of that, only one of these can go up, right? Can't go up to here because there's no more you can go up to. These are all branches, so that's fine. This can't be 1 or 2, so this must be 3 or 4 and the one that's going up. That forces this to be 1, 2. You cannot have 3, 4 here. You could have 1, 2. 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, why? No, this doesn't have to be nothing. Okay. If it's 7, 8, 9, it has to go to one of these 3. It has to be all 3 of these. Okay, yeah, we're guaranteed one of these is the red 3, 4 because both pink 3, 4s are in this column and one of these must go up here and it can only be a 3, 4. Therefore, the rest of row 7 cannot contain a 3, 4. So one of these is 3, 4. That means it's 1, 2, 5 through 9, 1, 2, 5 through 9, and 1, 2, 5 through 9. The rest of this is 5 through 9 in that box because we have a 3, 4 pair already in the box and 3, 4. This is 5 through, oops. This is 5 through 9 here, 5 through 9 here, 5 through 9 here, and 5 through 9 here. Okay, so we have a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 quintuplet in column 5. There we go. So that's how we solve it. So this can't be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Therefore, this is 1 or 2. That leaves this as a 3 or 4 here. And it has to be the pink 3, 4. This could stop here. So this has to be the medium 1, 2. This expands to at least 4. It could expand to here and here. Or it could expand here. This cannot be 1 or 2. It has to be 3 through 9. That's consecutive with 2 through 9 here. So 1 is guaranteed to be one of these two digits in box 8. So this cannot be 1 here. This can't be 1 here. This is the gray 1, 2. That means the gray 1, 2 has to be one of these two here. Gray 1, 2 is one of these two here. This has to be 3 through 9. And this, one of these is the dark gray 1, 2. We don't know which. If this, okay, if this is a 5, 6, 5, 6 pair, that means this must be 7, 8, 9. So it must go to all three of these. Since these are all three branching, that means there are 5 branches. So you're guaranteed the 5 branches here. If this is not 5, 6, 5, 6, you're still guaranteed the 5 branches here, right? This one of these branches twice, the other branches 3 times. So these are all branches. Therefore, this must be a branch. It cannot branch twice, so it must be 3, 4 here, which forces this to be the red 3, 4. That means this cannot branch at all, so this is the guaranteed 1, 2, so this cannot be 2. Therefore, we have a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 quintuplet in box 8. Therefore, that eliminates 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the rest of the box. This is 3, 4. It's not part of the tree. It is red. 3 or 4 is consecutive. This can't be 3 or 4 because of the 3, 4 pair in the column. So this must be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, 3, 4 is only consecutive with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 if the 3 or 4 is the red. Sorry, 4 is a 3 or 4, and this is 5. So this is guaranteed to be 5. That eliminates 5 in the rest of the column and the rest of the box. This can't be 2 anymore. This can't be 2. Where is the 5 then? In row 7. It must be here. So this is 5 also. This can't be 5 anymore. This can't be 5. So one of these two is a 5 here. That means this can't be 4 anymore to add up to 6, 7, 8, 9. This is not the red 3, 4. It's the pink 3, 4. We also know the red 3, 4, so we can remove all the red 3, 4s. So let's remove that. Okay, so this is the pink 3, 4. Therefore, this must be the red 3, 4, which means this cannot be the red 3, 4. This is the pink 3, 4 here. This can't be the red 3, 4. It can't be 3 or 4. It's 6 or 8. So this is the red 3, 4 here. So we should have the red 3, 4 in multiple areas. It has to be 4. That gives us 8 4s. So we know where the last 4 has to be. It has to be here. So it's 4. That gives us the 4, all the pink 3, 4s. And this must be the last pink 3, 4. Because we have 8 of them. That makes this a 3. This is part of the tree. And it must go up. So it must go up here. It must go to here. This must go to here. And we don't know which one of these connects to here. Okay. 3 is consecutive with 2. Only out of 2, 3, 4, 5. So this must be 2. Which means the dark gray 1, 2 must be 1. So we can remove the coloring and make it blue or make it green. This is dark. So this is 1. That means for the other 1, 2s, those are all 2s. Okay, we don't know if this is tree. One of these is 5. We don't know about the rest of this. Okay, so where is the last one? We have all the ones except for, well, no, so in box 9, 1 can't be here, 1 can't be here, 1 can't be here, so this must be 1. That means we have 8 ones now, which we know where the last one has to be. It has to be here. Okay, 3 is in a ratio with 6, so this is 6, this is 8. None of these can be 8 anymore. This can't be 8. That means 8 has to be one of these two, so this cannot be 8 here or here. 6 cannot be in the rest of this box, in the rest of this column. This can't be 5 because of the 5 in the column. This must be 7, 8, or 9 here. 5 is one of these two, we're not sure which. Okay. The rest of this box is 6 through 9. That means where is the 2 in row 8? It has to be here. I think that's the last 2, right? Yes, that's the last 2. So we should have all the 1s. We should have all the 2s. I think we actually have all the 3s and 4s, right? We do not have all the 5s. 5 must be one of these 2 digits, because it can't be here anymore. So this can't be 5, and this can't be 5. We have a 7, 8, 9 triplet now in box 1, which eliminates 7, 8, and 9 in the rest of the box. Therefore, this can't be 7 or 9, therefore it's 5. This can't be 5 anymore. Where is the 5 in column 1 then? Can't be here. This is 6, 7, 8, 9. Can't be here because that would be consecutive only with 6, and that would eliminate all possibilities for that cell. So this is 5, which makes this 6. This can't be 5, so because of the unique digits in the green apples, so this is 6, which means this can't be 6, these can't be 6, this can't be 6, and this can't be 6. So 6 can't be here or here or here. 6 is one of those two. 6 is one of those two. That's fine. Where's 6 left in row 6? It has to be here. So this is 6. That's only consecutive with 7 out of the digits remaining. So that's 7. This can't be 7. This can't be 7. We have an 8, 9, 8, 9 pair in row 7, which eliminates 8 and 9 in the rest of the row. So this can't be 8 or 9. This is 6, which means this can't be 6. Whereas the 6 in box 3 must be here. That eliminates 6 from being here. Whereas the 6 in box 2, it has to be here. That's 6, which means this can't be 6. This is 7, 8, or 9. So it must expand to 3. So this has to go here to expand, and these both go to 2 branches. So this must be 5, and this must be 6. That means this can't be 6 here. 6 can't be here. Where is the 6 then in box 7? It must be here. So this is 6, which makes this 7. That means this can't be 7 here. 7 cannot be either of these two cells. 5 can't be here, and 6 can't be here. This can't be 7 because of the 7 in the column. 7 must be one of these two cells, so this can't be 7 here. This could be 7, 8, or 9. This could be 7, 8, or 9. This can't be 6 anymore. One of these two is a 7. Okay, let's start matching 8 and 9s then. Okay, so the blue, so we can remove the blues and greens because those are all done. Okay, we're gonna make this red and pink. That means this is red here, so that's pink here. This must be pink. Where's the 5 in column 5? It has to be here. So this is 5, which means this can't be 5. 5 cannot be here, so where's the 5 in column 4? It must be here. So this can't be 5 here. One of these two is 5. We don't know which. So we have pink, pink, pink. This must be pink also. That means one of these two is pink here. This is not pink. This must be red, which means this must be pink here. So where is the pink in row 1? It must be one of these two. Oof. Okay. That means where's the pink in column 6? It must be one of those two. And then pink can be any of these 3. Where's red? Red has to be one of these two. Red could be any of these 3. So red is one of these two here. Red could be any of these 4. Red is one of these two. Pink, red can be one of these 3. Oof. Oh, this is red. So this can no longer be red here. If this were red, the problem is it would be the same as... Wait, hold up. Is that green or is that red? That's green. Okay, yeah. So these are both green apples. Hard to see, but yeah. This can't be red because this is already red here. So because of that, this can't be red. This has to be the red. It's the other 8 or 9, so this must be 7, which means this can't be 7. This can't be the red one. It must be the pink one then. So this is pink, which means this cannot be pink here. The pink must be here, and it must be 8. So all the pinks are 8. This is pink, which means this can't be pink. That means this has to be pink, which means this can't be pink, so this is the pink here. So all the pinks are 8s. All the reds are 9s. This must be the other red, so this can't be red here. Oops. That means this is red. This is red. This is red. This is red. This has to be a 9. Okay, so we're not sure about these, so we can remove that coloring and this coloring. And this coloring. The last green apple has to be... Oh, we already have that. It's here. It's 9. Yeah. So those are all 9s. That means this can't be 8 or 9, so that's 7. This can't be 7 or 8, so it's 9, which makes that 7. This 9 eliminates 9 here, so it's 7. This is 9. This can't be 8 or 9, so it's 7, which makes this 9. Okay, this can't be 7 or 8, so this is 9. So none of these are 9. It's a 5-7 pair. These can't be 7. This can't be 8 or 9, so this is 5. That makes this 7, which makes this 5. This 9 eliminates 9 here, so it's 7, and this must be the 9. And that's how you solve it. Yeah, some pretty bad assumptions I still made here. I would think it was good to do the apple bush first, because that showed that there was a lot of bad assumptions potentially being made. And I did make some still, even there. Particularly here, I think, this was the bad assumption here. This was fine. I also made a bad assumption here. So, pretty cool idea, though. Very interesting. Like, especially building the tree. I really liked that. That was fun. And if I had just basically kept my bad assumptions to a minimum, I think it would have been much quicker. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed these solves, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.